Hello everybody and welcome to Colony Survival. Now this is a game which is very much indie and very much in early access. It is by a developer and publisher called PipLiz. And it's basically build a fort, defend it against zombies, which is pretty fun. So we're starting off with, we're allowed a little bit of wood and a little bit of logs and stuff like that. We've got some arrows. First thing I'm going to make is a bow for myself. Because I put this on a rather hard mode. I put this on zombies, double zombies, and zombies day and night. So it is as hard as it can be. So we better get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm not actually going to put down my banner first. That's what you're meant to do first. That's what they want you to do first. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to build a little, tiny little starter base. Probably want maybe 3 to the side there. Want to fit some beds in here. Want to fit our banner in here. Want to fit everything in here. So it needs to be quite small because we don't have very many building materials to start with. And we are going to need enough building materials, unfortunately, to fit our mine and all our fields and everything inside. Because, how is that so lopsided? What have I done there? That looks a bit better. Because we're going to have to defend against zombies day in and day out. And it will be double the amount that you normally get. So, we're going to need to really keep on our toes with that one. One thing I know is that bread heals you. And that your character can shoot with a bow and arrow. So that is always useful. So, I'm going to put the flag in now. And that will probably start the zombies spawning at that point. And I'm going to need to put a big wall around here as well. That is going to basically be big enough to hold all my fields. And until then, I'm going to need to manually keep all my fields away from the zombies, basically, because the zombies are going to try and kill the farmers. So, let's get some beds in here. Let's do the beds first, and then we'll do... I'm going to do 4 beds, I think. I need some straw in my inventory, but I've got some that they very nicely provided me to start with. So we've got like 5 beds there. Another one there. So to start off with, this will be the bedroom come everything room, basically. 2, 3. And we'll turn them around. I think you can... Oh, wrong place. I think you can actually have beds that join onto each other. But I'm not going to go with that for now. Right, so now let's get into our banner mode and put down our banner. So that will probably start a few zombies coming along. They might not start coming till the first night. I might be lucky with that. But I also need to now recruit a colonist. And that colonist will need to be a farmer to start off with. So, to make a farm, what I need to do is go into this mode with the little crown there and go wheat farmer. And I'd like to keep the wheat farm quite close to the base there. Maybe start it about here. And I want it to be 10 by 10. And we are then going to have to put a wall around our farm so that we can protect it from zombies. There we go. So that's our first wheat farm. It's a 10 by 10. And this guy's going to go and plant it because he's very brave. Now, in the meantime, we need to get some building blocks. We desperately need to get some building blocks. So, just want to see if making logs out of... So if I've got 50 logs and 150 planks, if I make 4 planks... Oh, right, so yeah, it has double the volume of logs. So I'm best off turning all my logs that I've got into planks so that I've got plenty of building materials to make walls out of. Because I'm going to need this really quickly. Because what I don't want is these zombies bugging me So we've got 200. Oh, and I can hold 200 at once as well in my inventory. That's fantastic. Because it's going to very soon be time to defend against all these zombies. Right, I'm going to build a big wall that's kind of the whole way around my base. And we're going to have to keep an eye on our farmer. He will go to bed though. Oh, we've got quite a few zombies. We've got 2 there. Let's go shoot them. Oh, with my bow, not the arrows. So they do die on a single hit. So it's not too bad. But I've got to just keep my eyes out while I'm building. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge until I get this wall up. And I kind of want the wall big enough to fit a few fields in as well. So I'm going to put it around the back of my base here. So we're going to have a sort of a wall and then another wall. It's going to be quite interesting. Zombies, as far as I'm aware, do not jump. So my one guy is in here sleeping and he's alright. He's fine at the moment. I might need to level some land out here. So maybe it wasn't the best starting spot I could have chosen. Oh well, I have chosen it now. So I'm going to put in a couple more fields just so I can sort of plan where I'm going to put things. So I want like a 3 wide path sort of thing here. And then I'm going to want another wheat field and I need it to be 10 by 10. 10. Rats. I should have right clicked and I left clicked instead. Boom. So just careful to kill all of the zombies I can. I'm going to need to dig around here, unfortunately. What I'll do for now is I'll put the wall around these fields. These 2 fields that I've made, and I will expand it a bit later. 2 will last us quite a while. So I can go out and terraform the land and stuff like that a little bit later on, and then we can get another couple of fields in. Oh, this is so hard when you don't have any guards in your base yet. Oh no! Didn't mean to do that. So it's quite quiet. We're doing quite well for the first day. Probably if I was going to do this again, I would have turned all of my wood into logs a little bit earlier. If I'd have realised they were 4 times as much. So yeah, probably shouldn't have built that first little bit of the base out of just normal wood. Now I've built it, I may as well just go and get trees and stuff. But yeah, I'd like to have this outer wall done by sort of the 2nd day or so. Just to try and keep all these zombies out of my face. Because they're in my face. Now, you always have to have a way in for the zombies. So I'm building this wall knowing full well that zombies will be able to get in. But the reason I am building a wall is to funnel them so that they will come in from one particular direction and I can... Oh, no. Get away from my colonist. You. So I'm funneling them in one direction and we can try and control where they are, basically. This is so rough. I can put some torches down so I can see where I'm going as well. We do have torches in this game. Well, this is basically my garden at the moment. I'm really hoping that the zombies can't sort of jump over there. I don't think that they have any kind of jumping ability at the moment though, so I think we're good. Okay, so we've got another zombie coming. In the daytime, it's a little bit easier to see them, so that's kind of handy, but they will keep on coming. So I need to be careful of this farmer that I've got. He doesn't get killed. So it'll cost me a lot of food if he gets killed. 50 food to recruit a colonist in this. So build my big wall. That means the zombies now cannot get in from most directions. So my little farmer, he survived the night, so that was great. Happy with that. I'm just going to carry on building my big old wall here. Oh, phew. Okay, cool. So I can just stand on this wall and pretty much beat up zombies all day. And they die with one arrow, so that's really quite handy. And what I would now like is a block inside here, which will allow me to stand up here, and also a block in the back corner of here to allow me to get onto the wall. And then we'll start making some room for some more fields. I might just get the fields going around the outside here. Might actually make the wall... yeah, I might do that. Might just make the wall come out like this on each side. Might not even be able to do it on this side, actually. No, so what I might do is just make it so the fields kind of wrap around the base a little bit, and then I can expand the base in either direction as well. So this is like a little fort here. One thing you can also do is build like a little moat. So I could like build, for example, if I wanted the zombies to fall in here to either side. I mean, this might also make me stuck, but that would mean that they would have to come in down here. You can make all sorts of mazes and things. You can make them go through a whole maze just to get to you, as long as they get in. If they can't get in, then you go into something called siege mode. Siege mode, I'm going to recruit another colonist to do the other farm. Siege mode basically means that you are going to use tons and tons and tons of food. So if the zombies became too much, you could block the base in, but you would just start using loads of food. And you would run out really quickly. So that's no good. No good at all. So anyway, we've got our 10 by 10 fields. I would like to improve that. I would like to increase how much farming space we have. I'm actually thinking that a good way to do that might actually be to expand the wall this way so that I have a little bit more, yeah, so I've got farming room that way as well. That could be a good way to do it. Jump over to the wall. Oh no, loads of zombies. Get away, where's my bow? But you see how I built that trap? They all come in a straight line. So it's really easy to shoot them with a bow at that point. Isn't it, zombies? I believe that if I built a pit right outside the door, they would probably consider that blocking access to the flag. So I think I do need to keep the flag like that. But I could make it so that it's easier to get to the flag than the farms, using walls as well. Not sure at the moment. We'll still see about that, I think. Okay, so I'm looking at all the space around here and thinking, where are we going to put our next fields? Oh, one thing I do need to do as well that I have forgotten to do. Come in round here, try not to fall in the pit, is to make a crate. Need planks for that though. I've got quite a lot of planks though, for the farmers. And what the crate does is it makes it so that they can put things into the stockpile, which they won't need for a little while, but they will need in a minute. So once their crops ripen up, they will need to put them away. I need my bow, I need my bow, I need my bow. I really need guards on the wall. So I'll probably recruit a guard next. Let's go out and clear the zombies out. So this is like the hardest mode you can do. This is double zombie mode. And it's still not that difficult. But then you'll see, I'll see what I think about that later. So this is my castle for now anyway. And so basically if I want to increase the fields in this direction, I need to do a bit of terraforming. But it's not actually that difficult. Oh, I don't need to be wasting my arrows though. It's not that difficult to terraform either. So I'd basically need a 10 by 10 going in this direction. And then one over here. And that wouldn't be too bad. Hey, stop wandering around. They're all going in that direction to get in the thing. Okay. So as long as I'm terraforming out the front, then that's actually quite good because it means that the... Oh, and it does grass over. That's good. It means that I can keep an eye on the doorway. But one thing that I probably want to do, if I can, is to recruit one more colonist. And this colonist will be a guard. So we're going to make a quiver with planks. Pop it there. And their job is going to be to stand on top of the wall and shoot the zombies that come in. So I've got quite a good little defense here. I'll probably redo it at some point. Oh no. Putting down the quiver. I need my bow. I need my bow. Boom. Okay, so I need to also make a bow for my guard. You need a bow, and then you can come and guard the wall for me, please. You have a bow now? Yeah, here he comes. So he'll be hopping up there. Just saving my colonists from certain death. And hopefully meaning that I can be freed up to do a little bit of terraforming and things like that. This has been a very exciting start, hasn't it? So I'm going to try and make this look a little bit more castle-like, although I am only really going to be going for about half an hour per episode, and I'll probably just do a couple of episodes on it. This is only like a little first look, so... Definitely harder, because I had to go earlier with just normal zombies, and it was pretty easy. So I was like, oh, I'm going to try it with double zombies and zombies all the way through the day. And I'm finding this a much bigger challenge. Much, much more challenging. Right, I'm going to carry on terraforming, because why not? I've got my guard there now. So we'll just push all this back. Because I really do want all of those fields in one direction, and it was a bit silly of me to do what I did. But I think even if I just get it so I've got 4 fields, they should last me quite a while. Just get rid of all these trees as well. Now, is that enough to do a field yet? Let's have a look. So put my command tool on, wheat farming. Now I'd want them one. Oh, I fell in the pit. No! I'm in the wrong thing to be falling in the pit as well. Some grass back in there. I'll fill that pit in eventually. But yeah, the guard is doing a good job so far. The amount of zombies scales based on how many colonists I have. So if I have tons and tons and tons of colonists, I will have a harder time. But at the moment, it's not too bad. Okay, so let's have a look. Wheat farmer. And the wheat farm will start one away from the fence, just to the side of the pit. Just wait for the guard to take him out. So it'll start on that tile. And we'll see how far we can get with it. 5 by 5, 7 by 7, 8 by 8, 9 by 9. Oh, actually we will get 10 per den in. So that was just more so that I know where I have to terraform. How much more terraforming needs to be done. A little bit, it needs to be pushed back a little ways. So I can get a fence in around there. And then once I've got that fence in, I can push the boundary wall out. And then I'll probably replace the guard as well. I'll be able to see a bit more when it gets to daylight. There we go. And the grass should come in as well now. Probably want to push this side away as well. These zombies don't walk too fast, it's fine. And I've got my guard on the wall there. So eventually I'll make the walkway a little bit broader as well for the guards. Not that they need it. Strictly speaking, this is really all we need for quite a large colony. But I just like to make it better. So, guards are getting some of them. I'll get another one of them. So you can see that's where the farm is going to be. So we've still got quite a lot of planks, so we can still make an increased plank wall to go around my farm there. And then I will be moving where the guard is sitting. Need to see where that is. Built there, that should be about right. I need to get rid of this tree then. Leaves kind of a bit like Minecraft trees in that once you get rid of the stumps, usually the leaves go, oh yeah, there was a bit of stump that wasn't there. And they're all kind of stuck together as well. So that should be fine. So I don't have any colonists at the moment to... was there a zombie around there? To have to worry too much about the gardens and stuff. So the ones that have got a garden are inside at the moment. So the ones that are going to be working on these new gardens, I won't recruit until I am ready. Unfortunately, as soon as I try to move the guard, because there's a wheat field there, he'll go and deal with the wheat field. So I really need to recruit one more to deal with that. I think I went a little bit too far there. Now we need to push this back because I don't want zombies against my perimeter wall. So that's going to need to come back even further. But that's my farms all sorted out. Now, you guys will probably know now to choose a slightly better position with plenty of flat farm space before you start building next time. I've certainly learned that lesson now. Now then, I need to just make sure that this is in the right place. There we go. And again, I'm just going to push this all back. So that the zombies can't get in. But also, it's probably going to encourage them to come in around here. I'm not sure though. But you could build all sorts of mazes, to be honest, to try and keep them away. That tree has to go, I think. That definitely has to be pushed back because that would walk. They could walk straight in at that point. I think as long as there's a too wide gap around, that will be fine. They'll just drop off. They don't seem to jump, as far as I can tell. Okay, so there we go. I might even keep that wall in. That's an extra, it's a good extra layer of defense, actually. So they're having to come in this way. That's a good little zombie line there. I might keep that guy there just for... Whoa! Help me, God, help me! They're on the wall! Okay, let's get this wall finished. Okay, so now that should be cool. I want that gone though. Don't like that tree there. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so now we've got enough space for like 4 farms. That is fantastic. And I'll probably get rid of some more trees around here as well, so we can see a bit better. Get out of my way, tree. I'll cut them all down around here. That'll give me some more wood to build with as well, so that's always good. And then we'll have a look at some of the other bits and bobs with the game. Why is that not? Seriously? Can I get it from on top of the wall? No way to get in on top of the wall. I like to only have the way on top of the wall to be like miles away, because then zombies can't get in and get there without getting past all my defenses. Bye bye. So yeah, that tree is kind of annoying. It won't get out of my way. Okay, I'm gonna have to build like a platform to get that tree. Build some stairs to the tree. It's really high up. Wow. Get out of my way. Right, the tree is gone. So we're just left with our nice little sort of farmland area here. And I'm going to go and recruit a couple more colonists, because we have a decent amount of food. And these should, one more night and those should be ready. So we've got enough beds as well. I'm actually going to recruit, yeah, just one farmer. And once we've had a wheat harvest, in fact, I'm going to fill this in now because I don't think we need that trap system anymore. And it's just going to be something that I can fall into. It's really good to start with though. I would do it out here except... Oh! Yeah, it's going to come a time where I need to stop doing that. I need to start like thinking about defenses a bit more. So, you guys are all being a bit of a pain. I definitely like it in this mode better. 100% like it better. Guy has a decent range. It's really good. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do from inside my little compound, I will be making one more field eventually. 3 will do for now. Is to build a mine. I'm going to do that to the side of the castle, I think. Unless there's a better place to do it. I'm going to start with like a little staircase. So keep having that bow equipped. It's kind of annoying. I thinking a 2x2 staircase in this particular instance is going to be the nicest. And I'm going to need some torches, definitely. Definitely. Do I have? Yep, I do have some torches. Great. So yeah, this is, as I say, on the hardest difficulty already. And I don't feel that that is a really particularly hard difficulty. Just going to check on my farmers. So they're all safe in their little beds in here. I'm going to pop some torches in. I know it's probably a bit bright for them sleeping, bless them, but I'd rather know what's going on in my base, so I'm going to try and light it up a little bit. Put a torch on the back wall there, just so I can see any zombies in the corners or anything like that. It's not like Minecraft where I think bad things spawn in dark places. This is just bad things spawn outside and everything else is inside. Okay, that's all my torches now. That's as much as I'm getting. It seems fairly quiet right now. So I'll carry on building this mine. Go all the way down to the bottom and we will find some ore, but we have to get all the way down to the bottom before we find anything. Hopefully we will see them do a wheat harvest pretty soon as well. I'm going to try and get to the bottom just before the end of the episode. We still have 4 colonists, 5 beds. Don't seem to be being overrun by zombies, so that's good. They're not making it in past the inner wall. The fact that they all have to be funneled in by the first wall before they can get into the second wall gives the archer less turning to do, which is really good for him. It means he can just focus on one point and not even have to turn around. Oh, come on. Bottom of the... We need to hit bedrock, okay? So we need to get to the bottom. Nearly there, nearly there. Yay, we found it. So we need to build like a little cabin in here. Preferably before daylight. So we found some gold and some gypsum already. You can tell because gypsum is white, gold is gold. And that'll do for now because I don't even have anyone. Oh, it's going to be bumping my head the whole way up, aren't I? That will drive me slowly crazy. I wouldn't even wish this on my colonists. So we're going all the way down to bedrock level. And this gives us a really nice, because the ores are actually infinite. So what I do is I mark each ore out. I'll show you this probably in the next episode now. Mark each ore out. And that will allow one of my colonists to come down and be a miner. So once I've done that, all the way down there, they'll go all the way down there each day and they will mine things out. Oh, we're going to have a harvest today. Oh, that is good. That is very good. Once all of these things are harvested, which I think they're going to start doing now. Yep. Great. And you're making your field in there. Fantastic. Once they're all harvested, I will be able to employ somebody else. So we will do that next episode. That is it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this first little... tiny little look at colony survival, and as I say, I'll do one more episode because I haven't quite fully shown you everything. There are some things that are very late game that I probably won't be able to show you within the scope of this first look, but I will be able to show you the majority of the game. So anyway, I will see you next time. I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more colony survival or anything else on the channel, please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.